no matter how you look at it. Love stinks. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jen. Today I'm going to talk about love and why it stinks. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but it's a constant cycle of love in our life. From the beginning of when we're trying to impress someone we like, and then we think we're in love, maybe it's just puppy love, I don't know. But, you know, trying to get their attention, to early stages of dating, to making full commitment, and then trying to compromise and work things out with that person for maybe the rest of your life. I don't know, but it's very interesting. Love is very complex. A lot of people cannot even explain the feelings that they have. This is a little bit of storytelling from all my years of experience. I just wanted to share some of the funny adventures, my love adventures, since the time I was very young, like 18, 19 years old, to now. First, I wanted to show you some swatches of my new collection coming out for Valentine's Day. It is called Love Stinks, and the first polish is named after the collection, Love Stinks. Then we have Crazy on You, and we have Love is a Battlefield, and I thought they were pretty apt for the storytelling I'll be telling today. You will see some live swatches from me. I'm not going to swatch a full mani, but because it was just going to take too long, but I'm going to do one nail each of the three colors in the trio. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is when you find that someone, maybe at a place of work or at school or who knows where, and you kind of get that pitter-patter feeling, like, oh my god, what's happening to me? I think I'm kind of liking this person. But, you know, and then maybe you like do some things that try to get their attention, but it's just not working. And then you find out maybe they like somebody else. It really kind of stinks, doesn't it? Kind of like the song Love Stinks. You like him, he likes her, but she likes somebody else. Isn't that like the story of our life? Like, you're in school. Remember back when you were in school, or maybe you're still in school. I don't know, but it seems like no one you ever liked you. Why was that? Especially when you were in school. Maybe because we were so fickle when we were young. I don't know, but it kind of seemed to start working out once you get out of school and you start to mature, you get a little bit older, and you go clubbing or whatever you do to meet someone. Now there's so many online dating sites. I don't know, that really wasn't too much around when I was younger, but so my thing was going clubbing. So let me just tell you one of the most crazy things I did in high school when I liked this guy. He was kind of like an untouchable. He was a football player, and I remember, you know, I was kind of one of those person that wasn't real popular, but you know, I was kind of semi-popular. I wasn't like the most popular, like a cheerleader or anything, but I was kind of well known, but I don't think he even knew I existed. I don't know, but he lived in my neighborhood too, and I had such a crush on him. So I did the craziest thing. I saw him at, I think it was like a hardware store. I don't think Home Depot was around back then, but it was a hardware store or something like that. And I saw him and I thought, how am I gonna get his attention? Because I knew of no other way to like get his attention, or I wasn't in his group of friends or anything like that. So me, Miss Brilliant, I was so stupid. I locked my keys in my car on purpose, and then like acted like, oh no, my god, I can't get into my car, what am I gonna do? And guess what? He didn't even notice me. He did not even notice me. So then I had to call a locksmith or something. I really don't remember what happened, but I know here I was with my car and my keys were locked in it, and I was such a dummy. Yeah. So the crazy things that we do to get attention, or to, you know, when you're crushing on someone, you're trying to get their attention. It was kind of weird. So then I want to tell you, you know, as I went along in life and, you know, out of high school finally, I, you know, started going clubbing. Well, no, back up. I worked at Magic Mountain, and my boss, my supervisor, I knew he liked me. He always called me Legs, and he would just flirt all the time, and then I heard through the grapevine or something that he really liked me. But he never asked me out when I was working there. Maybe it was like the rule not to get involved with other employees, especially if you're a supervisor. And so then he wanted to ask me out, and I was so shy. I mean, I kept telling him every time he'd call me and ask me out, I told him I was grounded. But I wanted to go out with him, but I had never been on a date. I had never been kissed before. I was so scared. So anyway, long story short, I finally ended up going, and God, he was like really kind of aggressive, but I kind of liked it. It was weird. And so then I felt like the ice was broken. Oh my gosh, now I could like date all these people and kind of get to know who I want to go out with. But then right away he was like, no, if you go out with anybody else, I don't want to see you. So I was sort of like on the spot, and I knew I liked him, so I didn't want to lose him, but I just felt really trapped. But I went along with it because I liked him. So anyway, we dated for maybe a year and a half or so, and during that time, you know, he was really strange about the time he spent with me. He only lived maybe 10-15 minutes away, and he would see me once a week. So I was mature enough to tell him, I don't like this. I feel like we don't see each other enough. I know you're busy with, you know, he was going to college. I think he went to USC. And I was working, but, you know, I had stuff going on. But he just could not put out enough time for me. And I thought that was really kind of strange. So, you know, I just laid it on the line. And I guess I kept bugging him. I didn't mean to bug him, but I kept telling him, this isn't working for me. You're not spending enough time with me. Finally, he got really upset and broke it off with me, basically, and said there was someone else. And right then, I mean, that, I don't know where your breaking point is, but with me, as soon as you tell me there's someone else, or maybe I thought you could be cheating or something, or you don't want to be with me, fine, we're done. That is it. There, in my mind, there is no going back. That is just it. So then later, he showed up to one of the clubs after, maybe it didn't work out with the girl. I don't know what was going on, but so he shows up to the club and he's like, hey, why are you in this meat market? And I go, who the heck do you think you are now showing up wanting me back? I'm having fun. Get out of here. So he left, and he still made other attempts to try to get back with me. He wrote letters to my parents and all this stuff, but it never worked. So during that time, you know, when he had first told me there was someone else, of course I was devastated, I was heartbroken, even though I was done, I was completely done, but my heart was broken. And it took me a while. My brother kept saying, come on Jenny, let's go clubbing, get your mind off of it. And I'm telling you guys right now, if you have a situation like that, that is the only thing that is going to help heal you, is to get out there, put yourself out there again, just go have fun with friends, go do things. You have to keep your mind active. If you're just idle and all you do is dwell on it, it's never gonna get better. So time helps heal, and also keeping busy. You have to keep busy, do something fun, and before you know it, it will go, it will just leave your head, it will leave your heart, and you'll feel so much better. So then, I met my first husband out at a club. The first night we met, we talked about marriage. It was really kind of strange, and that he wanted to get married young, and he wanted 5 kids, and I said, well, I think I only want 3 kids, but okay, showstopper right here. Yes, I'm really crazy. 5 weeks later, we were married. 5 weeks! 5 weeks! He didn't even have a car at the time. He gave his car away to his friend. I still don't understand that, why someone would give their car, their only car, to their friend. So he stole his mother's car. Poor thing, I feel so bad looking back on this. He stole his mother's car to, because I actually went there that night to break up with him, or just not really even break up with him. I just told him I wanted to take it slow. Maybe I am too young. I should probably start dating other people. And but then he like swept me off my feet. He like said, no, get in the car. We're gonna go do something. I don't know what he told me. I don't remember all the details. But so I'm in the car. He steals his mom's car and starts driving to Las Vegas. This is a true story. Totally true. I'm telling you. I was in my jeans, tennis shoes, and some cruddy looking top. I don't know. He drives me to Vegas. We end up at some sleazy motel with some porn stuff on it. And I was like, oh my God, because I'd never seen that before. And the next day, yeah, we go to this little chapel, little white chapel, and we get married. And I called my mom on the way though. You can imagine, oh my god, my mom was so upset. Jennifer Ann, don't be so stupid. You have a lot of growing up to do before you get home. My dad didn't believe me. He thought I was lying. He said, there's no way you can get married without your parents' permission in Vegas unless you're 21. I said, no, all we had to be was 18. And it was true. So I was 19, he was 20, and 3 weeks later, I was pregnant. And we had 5 kids together, and we were married for 14 years. Yeah, I used to always joke with people that I could have married an axe murderer because I really didn't even know him. We made it work for 14 years. I think the problem was we didn't know each other well enough, and we were both very immature. There was a lot of jealousy. I think when you're young especially, there's a lot of jealousy. Jealousy, let me tell you, will ruin any relationship. Hey babe, see you later. Gotta go to work, man. Oh babe, you can't go. Don't leave me. Are you kidding me, babe? Really? Are you serious? I'm gonna be back in 2 hours. I only have a part-time gig. I know. But you work with all those girls that flirt with you. So, I mean, look at this. It's 'cause I'm hot. No, please. I just love you so much. Dang, girl, is that you? Let him have some space. The more space you give him, he's gonna want to be with you. You have to have trust. And there are 2 things that I always say. Trust and independence. You cannot be so reliant on that other person for your happiness. You can't be needy and suffocate them. You need to let them breathe and do their own thing and be their own person, even though they love you. You need to have time away from each other and respect each other, that you have your own things going on. You can't just be such a ball and chain. There's nothing more sexy and attractive to a man than an independent woman. Have something besides him. He will respect you more and he'll appreciate you more. When you're young, I think the jealousy is just rampant and you need to try to control that. If they're gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat. No matter how much you worry, no matter what you do, it's not gonna change the fact if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. You need to trust until, if and when, you can't trust. Everything has a balance, I feel. If he's out with his friends every day or doing things that are inappropriate, that's different. You guys need to maturely talk about it. Not get in a fight and not call each other names and stuff like that. I'm talking maturely talk about it and say, this is not working for me. Not be the naggy, clingy, whiny person, because that will just drive him away. Speaking of getting in a fight and calling each other names, another thing I learned is the clubbing is not always the greatest environment for a relationship. You drink, you end up drinking too much. What happens when you drink too much? You sometimes become flirtatious, or you become angry. It just fuels the problems. I have a nail polish named after this. It's called Rum Billy. Evil Rum Billy comes out when you're drinking, like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, where this creature, this evil creature just emerges. So my advice is this. In the very beginning, if you kind of have an attraction to someone, and take my advice, it's not just physical attraction. You gotta really know the person, because I've thought I was attracted to someone before, and you get to know their personality and you're just, ugh, they're ugly. They're really ugly now. They don't even look the same. Even physically, they change in your view because they're just horrible. If you are trying to get someone's attention, maybe try a little bit. Don't go too overboard. You can pretty much tell if they're interested in you or not. If they have no interest in you, just move on. There's always someone else. you'll find somebody else to crush on. Think about it. If they don't like you, there's nothing you can do to make them like you. But if someone is interested in you, then you have to play it just right. I've learned over time that if you come on too strong, it's too creepy, it's too needy, it's too suffocating. So when you're trying to like lure in a wild animal, I kind of think about it in this way. You don't go up at them abruptly and try to get them or be too aggressive, because they're just going to be scared and run away. You have to be gentle and kind of, you know, back up and get down to their level and let them come to you as they feel comfortable. And if you do that, they will take steps forward. Men especially, guys, boys, guys, men, whatever. They are especially really weird about losing control of their emotions. So they have this thing where they have to back off even though they love you or they like you, because they're like, oh God, what's happening to me? Oh no, I have these weird emotions going on and I'm not able to control them and I don't like this feeling. They like the feeling, but they don't like the feeling. They don't like losing control. So if they back up, you back up. If they back up and you go forward, like, why are you ignoring me? Why are you being short with me? How come you haven't called me in 3 days? How come you haven't texted me in an hour? I mean, geez, back up, back up. Back off, back up. Rule of thumb, like I said, they take 1 step back, you take a step back. They take 3 steps back, you take 3 steps back. And believe me, this will work. If they truly like you, this will work. It gives them a chance to regroup and kind of have a little break of something that's scaring them. With my husband now, it was a struggle because I knew he really liked me when we met. So I met him at a club. First thing I told him when we were dancing was, I have 5 kids. Because I didn't want some dude thinking I was just gonna be some fun time for a while and that's it, because I wasn't gonna be like one of those kind of people, one of those kind of girls. That's something else. Don't give it up. At least not too early. Do not do that, because they'll dump you. I'm telling you, that's just the way it works. Yeah, I told him I had 5 kids. He's like, whoa, really? You know, I know he really liked me. He gave me his phone number, even said call me. So I called him after, I don't know, maybe a week or 2. I called him and left a message and he never called back. I'm like, what is up with this? Why would you tell me to call you and then you don't even call me back? Why would you even give me your number and tell me to? It just didn't make sense. So anyway, I just kind of dropped it and I ended up going to the club again and he saw me there and then he came and he approached me again. It was just so strange. So yeah, he was totally freaked out that I had 5 kids. Oh God, what was he gonna do with a woman with 5 kids? Again, anytime he would take some steps back, I would just back up even further. So eventually we got together and it was kind of like he would just be the guy that came over every week, you know, for intimacy or to hang out, whatever. And I didn't want that for my kids. So eventually after 2 years I said, you know, if you don't want to make a commitment, that's fine, but this doesn't work for me. I wasn't needy, like, why don't you want to be with me? Why don't you want to marry me? I wasn't like that. I was, hey, what works for you is great. I understand. That's fine. Everybody's got their own thing, but it's not working for me. So if this is not going to go anywhere, I don't want my kids to be seeing me with this guy coming over. Like, who's this guy that just comes over like every week for 2 years? And we hang out, but if it wasn't going to go any further, I didn't want to go any further with it. Catch you later. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I had so much fun with the role play and dressing up. Don't you just love this red hair? Yeah, it's so bright and cheerful. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I do have giveaways every now and then, just randomly. And if you're not subscribed, then there's no chance you can win. So I'm curious, just let me know in the comments below why you think, or if you think, love stinks. So in a nutshell, why I think love stinks is you go on in life, you finally work it out, you have so many loves in your life, and then they're ripped away. Somebody passes away. God, why do you do this? You tell us to love each other, and then, bam, you take them away. You got some big explaining to do. And you know what I can't stand? It's this chair. It's so squeaky. I hope you enjoyed the live swatches. Release date I have set for February 1st. Guess that's it. I love you guys. Bye. Oh, please come back. I can't stand even 1 minute without you. What are you doing now? You in the restroom? No!